And we are back in beautiful Singapore, one of the world's shopping paradises, and look at this magnificent hotel. It's called The Ship. And here we are back in the indoor stadium and the order of play. And we've just seen the mixed doubles, where the second seed from Malaysia won in 2 straight games, and the men's singles coming up. The #1 seed CHOU Tien Chen of Chinese Taipei against Hyun of Korea. And here we have the men's singles draw, as it is the top CHOU Tien Chen #1 seed against the 38-year-old Hyun, the evergreen Hyun from Korea. And here we got CHOU Tien Chen from Chinese Taipei leading the 2 players onto court. And behind him here, the evergreen, as I said, Hyun from Korea. You just have to respect it. He's been around for so many years and played at a very, very high level. He was world #1, and hold your horses here now. 21st of February 2004. Talking about 14 years ago. He leads 3-0 against his opponent CHOU Tien Chen of today, but in all fairness, that happened some years ago, and CHOU Tien Chen has got a lot better since.
Okay, players, I have red and black.
Yeah,
Red. Black. Choose red. Yeah.
And here we got, we had Hyun in the picture. The players are getting ready to warm up. They've got 2 minutes before start of the match. And that gives us a tiny opportunity to tell you a little bit about these 2 players. First here we've got CHOU Tien Chen for Chinese Taipei, 28 years of age, 180 centimeters, ranked 7 in the world at the moment. The highest ranked he has been is 4, and that was on the 24th of August 2017. This year he has won the German Open, and the way to the final has been fairly comfortable in 2 straight games, both of his matches in 29 and 33 minutes. His opponent from Korea, as I mentioned, believe it or not, age 38, and he's 176, and his ranking at the moment is 28, but it's not long ago he was in the top 20 as well. On the World Tour, he is number 37 on the way to Guangzhou in China at the end of the year. And as I mentioned earlier, he was actually #1 in the world in 2004. He is a player that has been around for so many years. In 2004, let's go back to how he got here. He had to play 3 games against the young Malaysian player Lee Si Chia. Lost the first, but won very convincingly in the last 2, 21-13, 21-9 in 50 minutes. And yesterday against Low from Singapore, didn't really have a problem. Let's see what he can do today. And the umpire is Nordin of Malaysia. And the service judge is Susanto of Singapore. And as we're just waiting to commence, I want to say about Hyun is that in 2004, He lost the group stage at the Olympics, and that was actually a major surprise at the time. In 2008, he got to the semi-final, but he lost that fourth match and became number 4. And the same thing happened in 2012 in London, where he became number 4 at the
Ladies and
Olympics.
gentlemen, on my right, CHOU Tien Chen, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, Hyun, Korea. Hyun to serve. Level. Play.
Fault.
Service fault called. Too high.
Service fault called right away.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Yes.
First time you're serving, fault.
Oh.
Nevertheless, 1-1, and you have to adhere to the rules, and the rules are stating that you have to make contact with the shuttle below 115 centimeters, 115 centimeters.
Yeah, especially in singles, it's a hard one to get faulted on.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder, but I can't really fault Hyun for being faulted in the sense that, you know, he's been playing the game under certain rules for so many years, and now it's just a few months ago it's changed, and he's got to make some changes to that serve. I can understand why he may be not that comfortable with it.
3-1.
Well, CHOU Tien Chen really strong out there, physically fit. He has that edge if he can keep it going, be consistent, and get on attack. But Lee Young-il on the other side, incredible. He probably knows the game. One of the best players that he can change, he can adapt. He's so smooth. Still very fit. It's incredible to watch how easy he makes it look, because he's already moving there before they hit it.
Yeah, he's got exceptional anticipation. And look at that, with such ease when he's playing these shots now and again. I somehow just suspect that the physical presence of CHOU Tien Chen is kind of enough, because it forces Lee Hyun-il out of his shell. He must try to do more, because running is not enough. He can keep it in, Lee Hyun-il, under normal circumstances and be very safe in what he's doing. But that is against many of the younger players that hasn't got that physical ability yet that can really push him. So they get desperate. Here we have a man who's 6'7" in the world ranking and has played really well lately. He said, I don't care. You come, I'm strong.
That's right. Yes.
We can play for a few hours if you want. And I think that is putting pressure on Lee Hyun-il to do something special. Maybe he hasn't got that anymore.
Right, yes. Yeah, sometimes you see him, it almost looks like he still cares, of course, but sometimes almost takes it too easy, and it's like that motivation, but...
Yeah, but I tell you, he could drive people nuts when they used to play him in the parts. You know, he looks like, no, I don't care. You know, you just play, and, you know, I'm having fun here. He was so solid in what he was doing, and I must say, for a player of his standard and his ability and talent, he hasn't won enough. He hasn't won anything. He won the Korean Open in 2008. He got a bronze at the World Championship in 2006. He won the Asian Championship in 2005. And that's it.
It's incredible to think that, because he's good enough to win all of the tournaments.
I still remember when I was coaching Peter Gade at certain times, and
6-2.
having Lee Hyun-il in the draw, that wasn't fun.
No.
That was not fun. On many, many occasions, Peter Gade lost to Lee Hyun-il.
Comes in nice and easy. Great racket. And there's that big smash, and that's what CHOU Tien Chen.
Yeah, that's what he's good at, and that's also what we saw.
7-2.
Especially, I was very lucky to be commentating on a match from the Thomas Cup, where Chinese Taipei played Japan. And of course, this man in the picture, he played Kento Momota. And that was tooth and nail all the way.
Yes. Yeah,
that was a very, very tough match. And CHOU Tien Chen, he lost 16 in the third. And that was a good match. So he is definitely, he's got the capability to do it.
Yeah, the past 2 years, you just see his game.
Yeah, it's really been increasing, getting so much better. He hasn't won a lot of tournaments, but got runners-up in the India Open last year and also this year, 2018. But as I mentioned earlier, he won the German Open just before the All England.
Service over, 8-3.
That's just out the back. He's against the wind at the moment, so hit that one really hard to get it out the back.
It just shows that how Lee Hyun is really trying to push his shots. And nothing happened. He's a very strong man. He did not twist that angle, so back on his feet.
Oh, great net again. That's just wide. There'll be a challenge.
Yep, I actually think it's it. Let's see.
Call out.
It's called out, so let's see. We've got a challenge here from CHOU Tien Chen, Chinese Taipei. Oh, what a good eyesight here. It's in.
Correction in.
Any part of the shuttle hitting the line.
So CHOU Tien Chen goes into the mid-game interval. 11-4 up against the veteran from Korea in just 6 minutes. 11-4, CHOU Tien Chen, Lee Hyun-il. And here we see this last one. It was called out, but we had a challenge on it. And CHOU Tien Chen was successful in his challenge. Really well played.
20 seconds. Play.
See twice CHOU Tien Chen directing his attack towards the forehand of Lee Hyun-il. This time cross court, but still very effective. And this is where I can understand if Lee Hyun-il is thinking, where am I going to get my points? I can keep it safe, I can keep it going, I can keep it in, but my opponent can do the same. And he has got the advantage of age and power and pace.
Right, exactly. So he has to work it out how to win.
How to win, how to be clever.
And if anyone can do it, he can do it. He can
Yeah.
try to change it, but yeah,
Service
it's a definite
over, 14.
hard
5.
challenge when you have someone hitting so hard and so strong on the far side. But I think that's where you have to get him, is at the net as well. Just footwork, just nice and easy, smooth. Oh, beautiful net shot, just hits the tape. And that's where he has that ability to play the tight net shots, the confidence, and he knows he can do it
Service over.
precise.
6.
And
14.
this one is just done to perfection. Try to have a look at that one. It's so difficult to do it on the forehand side. It's a lot easier to do on the backhand side. But he does it so well, doesn't it? Just that forehand, very nice.
7. 14.
And even the quick shots from the back, it's just not tight to the net. He brings it off the net, and it makes your opponent not play the standard shots.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the idea here. Just going out on the sideline, shaking his head. Can't believe he can make a mistake like that. But it is really difficult circumstances to play here in the stadium.
I was talking to him yesterday. He was just in Korea playing a team match for his company, and then came here afterwards. But he's based in Malaysia with his wife and daughter Sophie.
Yeah, he's not part of the Korean international team anymore. When the team is going for Thomas Kopp and Sudirman Kopp and so on, he's not part of the team anymore, and that's only fair. But I still think he could add some serious balance into the, especially Thomas Kopp team playing the third singles. That would make them even more dangerous to play.
Oh, absolutely. They have a great third singles. Haven't had Linden playing the third this time around. It's almost a guaranteed point.
It is.
Well, it is a guaranteed point.
Yeah, 6-7 weeks ago it was. Unfortunately, we never got to see Linden, the team from China. They won before he got into action in that third singles.
11. 15.
And Lee Hyun-il here on a great run of points, closing the gap to just 4, 11-15.
His footwork, it's incredible. Just watch him floating around the court. But again, it's his anticipation, so he's already there before they hit it almost.
Ready? Lee? Lee Tower?
Very, very important point here for CHOU Tien Chen. That smash down the line. Lee Hyun-il did not get it back. But after getting so many points in a row, it was important for CHOU Tien Chen to stop that train running. But here, Lee Hyun-il scores yet another point. Perfect cross-court smash, good follow-up, puts it away so nicely. 13-16, and it's still anyone's guess.
Thirteen, 16.
Beautiful attack. Lee Young-il, he's bringing his base up on the last rally. You'll see that's why he's actually 1 step ahead of the game. Nice and close to the net.
There we had it one more time. That spinning net shot from a low position on the forehand side. Still clipped the top of the tape, got over, gave him a point.
16.
It's a very, very good shot. But I think he must have been listening to us and say, how am I going to win this one?
Yes,
Because
yeah.
it is definitely, he's been a lot more aggressive since we talked about it. And CHOU Tien Chen has not been allowed to dictate in the same way as he did in the beginning. Here, once again, controlling that net completely.
Beautiful shots.
And here we are, 16
16 all.
11-4 at the interval, now 16 all.
And again, so quick with his racket.
17, 16.
So clever out there. Well, that was a good mix-up by CHOU Tien Chen.
Service over. 17 all.
Cuts over the shot. Luck of the tape on that.
Yeah, everybody needs a little bit of luck now and again, and definitely here in favor of CHOU Tien Chen.
Good timing from him. He's
18,
lost
17.
a big lead and needs to do something now. Instead of the lift, he plays back to the net.
Pretty good pace, isn't it?
Just out the back. Yeah, most players would probably lift it when he came in late like that, but he challenged him again at the net.
Yeah, sign of a very great player when you can do that and have that mind to do it.
See many errors like that, but that time just into the net.
I will try to look at his expression. Look at that. That's the most you get. But he is disgusted.
Yeah,
I can assure you. So game time coming up here for CHOU Tien Chen, Chinese Taipei. 20 game point 18. That's a very nice, neat follow-up there by CHOU Tien Chen. Securing the first game. 21-18. That was really well played. Here we got the confirmation, 18 minutes, 21-18 for CHOU Tien Chen. Chinese Taipei against Lee Hyun from Korea. Well, I'm sure we will get that game point a few times more try to have a look at this. Look at how he's closing that one down. Really well played, apologizing, but that is very nicely played. So it's interesting about Lee Hyun as well, because he announced his retirement 10 years ago. In 2008, after the Olympics in Beijing, he announced that he was going to retire. But in 2010, he was persuaded back into international badminton. The Korean BA really needed his services, and he accepted, and he has played for the last 8 years now, and has done really well, despite the fact that he's not really part of the Korean team anymore, despite the fact that he's definitely not that young anymore. But it's always a joy to watch. When I saw him play at the All England this year against Anders Antonsen from Denmark, who is, what, 15, 16 on the world ranking, the young Danish player, he had no chance against Lee Hyun. Absolutely no chance in that match. So he can still do the stuff, he can still do the magic, and here we almost saw a wonderful comeback. He was 11-4 down at the mid-game interval, and then 16-all suddenly, losing 21-18. So let's see what this second game has got in store for us.
Second game, Lomo, play. Love.
Wild out the side.
Service
Ends it off at 1 apiece.
1-all.
Yeah, Lee Young almost came back in that first game. You can see he tried to win it off the net and just played safe and got on an attack.
Yeah, he can play a little bit more relaxed when it comes to play the back line now. He's got some... CHOU Tien Chen can relax, that's
right,
what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah, he can relax a little bit more, and maybe that is going to help his game as well. On the other hand, more pressure on Lee Hyun. He needs even more now to play the net, control the net, get the lift, and that's probably what we already see here. Play down, play the net, play down, play down, played out. But no.
Yes,
the whole idea, I'm sure we get it. He's got to keep
on attack and
on
hitting
attack
down and not
most
giving
of
away
the time.
the lift.
Yeah.
You'll see CHOU Tien Chen now looking a little bit closer to the net as well. You'll see his base is moved up the last few rallies.
He's got to do that because he knows that this is coming. That's an awesome smash. Really forcing his body behind that round the head situation and going cross court. That's really well played. Shows great movement on court.
Very strong player, very powerful.
Second service fault called for Lee Hyun.
Service over. 6-2.
He's so experienced, he's not even going to ask.
Yeah. Just shake it off and get right back into it.
No point.
Yeah.
Great block shot there by Lee Hyun. Try to have a look at that. Really nicely blocked. Sometimes it's the most simple shots that's the most effective shots. Yeah, well left by CHOU Tien Chen.
Service over.
Watched it all the way.
9-3.
Oh, lucky one. He had the whole side.
But it's not easy because it's really close to the net.
3.
If we get a repeat on it, try to have a look. He's got to try to play a spin on it because otherwise he will touch the net, and you cannot do that, then of course it's a fault. So he was a bit forced, very unlucky on it. 11-3 down at the mid-game interval. The man in the picture here, Lee Hyun. CHOU Tien Chen, on the other hand here, won the first 21-18, now 11-3 out in 7 minutes in this second game. Must be feeling really comfortable and confident in order to win this match against Lee Hyun. But as you can see, it's all about a fight around the initiative at the net. And so rightly so that what Charmaine is saying, that CHOU Tien Chen has also moved his base more forward to cover that net situation a little bit better.
11-3.
So we are ready to commence here. 11-3, CHOU Tien Chen serving.
Wild out the side. He knows that pressure's on. He can't give away an easy clear. He just forced it.
No, but I still think with the man of his touch, I'm sure he can play a few to the back line and get away with it. He's got a really, really nice touch. So in order to mix it up a little bit more, I think he should do that. But that's another matter.
Keep him honest on the far side. You have to put him back every once in a while.
Yeah. That's so close of going over. Try to have a look at this spinning net shot. Top of the tape, falling down on the side of CHOU Tien Chen.
Great attack, cross court. Too many options.
Yeah, and it seems that cross-court smash is very effective. Lee Hyun-il's defense on the backhand side seems to be a little bit stronger, where he's getting caught on the forehand side. 13-4, very commanding lead for CHOU Tien Chen, serving here.
14-4.
And that one was placed right in the corner, giving CHOU Tien Chen an 11-point lead here in the second game. Look at that, right in the corner.
Oh, that's in.
That's called in.
He's going to go for the challenge. A little late on the hand, but
a little late.
Maybe.
But he got away with it. Out, so the challenge is unsuccessful. Oh, I was wrong, sorry. It was successful, sorry, 5-15. So well spotted here by Lee Hyun-il.
Oh, that was a good, different angle on that one.
16.
Always the same.
5.
That's well left. Yeah, CHOU Tien Chen really came out flying in the second game, and Hyun just struggling.
Yeah, you find it very difficult to find the court, and that's acceptable and understandable. I always kind of look
18.
into the future and try to say, okay, what should a player like CHOU Tien Chen do when it comes to improve his ranking? He's been 5, 6, 7, 8 on the world ranking for quite a while now, and he must try to start making a move on that ranking and start winning some tournaments. And for a player of his standard, winning the German Open and winning the French Open in 2014 is simply not enough. He can win more tournaments, and in my book, he needs to play a little bit faster, take a little bit more control. When he plays the best players, he's kind of running with them rather than trying to control it.
Trying to dictate what to do.
Exactly. And he's dictating now, but this is the way he should try to do it when he plays better players as well.
Match point.
Not saying that Lee Hyun is not a good player, but you know, 38
But to get to the next level.
Get to the next level for him.
Well, there it is. He takes the match.
Yeah, very comfortable here in the second game. 21-6.
Match won by CHOU Tien Chen. 21-18, 21-6.
Well, CHOU Tien Chen getting on attack, had the confidence in the second game and really took it to him, but definitely looking for that net and the power behind it.
Yeah, good solid performance by CHOU Tien Chen. Checked into tomorrow's semi-final with a win against the veteran from Korea, Lee Hyun. And as the players are leaving the court, we will have the confirmation here, 21-18, 21-6 in just 31 minutes.